What's up, riders? 2025 is bringing a revolution to motorcycling. Electric powerhouses, Chinese manufacturers finally bringing heat, and traditional brands pushing boundaries like never before. We're talking game changers from Ducati, BMW, Buell, KTM, and Royal Enfield that'll make your jaw drop. Let's dive into the 10 machines that'll dominate 2025 and change motorcycling forever. Number 10. The CFMOTO 675 SS. Finally, an affordable triple-cylinder sport bike in America. This spiritual successor to the legendary Triumph Daytona 675R rocks a screaming 675cc DOHC engine that hits peak power of 95 horsepower at 11,000 RPM and delivers 51.6 pound-feet of torque at 8,250 RPM. What makes this engine so special is its architecture. A 3-cylinder configuration with a 72mm bore and 55.2mm stroke that gives you the perfect balance between the torque of a twin and the top-end scream of an inline 4. Now, each cylinder gets 4 valves for optimal breathing, and the entire system is managed by Precision Bosch EFI. At just 408 pounds, it's shockingly lightweight, thanks to its steel chassis and 17-inch cast wheels. The engineering team made some brilliant compromises here. Using steel instead of aluminum for the frame adds a few pounds, but it gives the bike a more compliant feel on rough roads while keeping manufacturing costs down. This is smart engineering, not corner cutting. The 6-speed transmission comes paired with a wet, multi-plate CFSC slipper clutch that prevents rear-wheel hop during aggressive downshifts, technology that was reserved for premium bikes just a few years ago. The power delivery is perfectly suited for both daily riding and weekend track days. The futuristic design stands out from every other 600 to 700cc sport bike with sharp, angular fairings and that distinctive front end that looks like it was pulled straight from a sci-fi movie. Now, it's refreshing to see CFMOTO developing their own design language instead of mimicking Japanese or European aesthetics. And CFMOTO didn't skimp on tech. Lap timer, traction control, quick shifter, and those aggressive front brake air ducts all come standard. The KYB suspension might not have the prestige of Öhlins, but it's fully adjustable and provides excellent feel. Those J1 brakes with 300mm dual discs up front and 240mm single disc at the rear deliver some serious stopping power that would have been reserved for flagship models just a few years ago. The most impressive part? CFMOTO is bringing this package to market at a price point that'll make their competition lose sleep. This is the democratization of performance we've been waiting for. Number 9. The KTM 990RC. KTM fans, your prayers have been answered. The road-going KTM Superbike we've been begging for is finally here. This beast packs a 947cc LC8C parallel twin engine that pumps out 126 horsepower and 76 pound-feet of torque, with peak revs hitting at 10,300 RPM. Now let's talk about that engine. With its 92.5 by 70.4mm bore and stroke, this isn't just the Duke's motor slapped into a sport bike. It's the same LC8C parallel twin, but KTM has optimized it specifically for this application with a DOHC setup that loves to rev. The throttle response comes courtesy of a Bosch electronic fuel injection system with 46mm elliptical throttle bodies and precise ride-by-wire control that gives you perfect connection to the rear wheel. Born on the racetrack, the 990RC features a steel frame designed for the perfect balance of stability and agility. The wind tunnel-tested aerodynamic wings aren't just for show. They provide meaningful downforce and speed, keeping the front end planted when you're pushing the limits. And that new, ergo-crafted stainless steel muffler isn't just for looks or sound. It's been condensed to perfectly centralized mass for improved handling. The adjustable WP Apex open cartridge suspension deserves special attention. It's tuned specifically for the 990RC's sporting character, with settings that let you dial in the perfect balance between road comfort and track performance. Those lightweight cast aluminum wheels reduce unsprung weight dramatically, making the bike more responsive to inputs and allowing the suspension to work more effectively. Even the ergonomics are pure racing. The fuel tank is specially shaped for a comfortable tucked-in riding position, and those adjustable footrests let you customize the riding position to your exact preferences. And for the track junkies, the 6-speed transmission features a reverse shifter for race-style shifting, just like the pros use. And if that's not enough, an even more extreme 990RCR version is in the pipeline. Expect carbon fiber components, high-tech suspension, and possibly a titanium exhaust system that sheds even more weight while boosting power. This is what happens when KTM decides to go all in on street performance, and it's a direct challenge to both Japanese and Italian supremacy in the sport bike segment. Number 8. The BMW R1300 GS Adventure. How does riding from Los Angeles to San Francisco without a single gas stop sound? With an enormous 7.9-gallon fuel tank, that's 2.9 gallons more than the standard GS, this adventure monster is built for some serious distance. Let's talk serious engineering. This beast packs a 1300cc air-liquid-cooled boxer with a massive 106.5mm bore and 73mm stroke. This power plant pumps out 145 horsepower at 7,750 RPM and a road-crushing 110 pound-feet of torque at 6,500 RPM. What makes this engine truly special is BMW's shift cam technology, a variable intake camshaft control system that gives you mellow, efficient power for cruising and then unleashes the beast when you twist that throttle hard. With a compression ratio of 13.3 to 1, this boxer is squeezing every ounce of performance from each drop of fuel. Yet, it's engineered to run on regular gas thanks to sophisticated engine management. The twin-cylinder four-stroke architecture maintains that classic boxer character BMW's famous for, but with performance figures that would have been unimaginable in adventure bikes just a few years ago. It's 0.8 inches taller, with a 0.6-inch longer wheelbase than the standard GS. Plus, it comes with electronic suspension that adjusts damping and spring rates on the fly. Now, those dimensions might seem like small changes, but they transform the bike's character. The longer wheelbase improves stability when fully loaded with luggage, while the increased height provides additional ground clearance for some serious off-road sections. And those twin auxiliary LED headlamps mounted on the beefy front shrouds aren't just for show. They'll light up the darkest trails when civilization is just a memory. BMW has completely rethought the light projection pattern to provide better peripheral illumination, crucial when scanning for wildlife on dark roads. The entire lighting system is integrated with the lean angle sensor, so the beam pattern adjusts as you corner, illuminating the path through the turn rather than just straight ahead. With optional dynamic cruise control and automated shift assist, this is the most technologically advanced adventure bike ever created, a true continent crusher that's equally capable of conquering dirt trails or devouring highway miles in supreme comfort. Now, if you're loving this insane lineup of 2025 motorcycles, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Motorcycle Library for more exclusive content. Now, let's keep the adrenaline pumping with the next 7 bikes that'll blow your mind. Number 7. The Buell Super Cruiser. American muscle is back with a vengeance. This isn't your daddy's cruiser. It's a 175 horsepower monster with the heart of a superbike. Proudly built in Grand Rapids, Michigan, this beast packs a 1190cc liquid-cooled V-twin that delivers a massive 100 pound-feet of torque. This is nothing less than a revolution in cruiser design. Buell has completely rejected the bigger, heavier, lower philosophy that's dominated American cruisers for decades. Instead, they've taken a high-performance V-twin and built a minimalist cruiser around it that prioritizes performance above all else. That liquid-cooled engine is a technical masterpiece. This isn't a slow-revving, air-cooled cruiser motor. It's a race-bred 1190cc V-twin that shares more with superbikes than traditional cruisers. With a 6-speed transmission delivering power to the rear wheel, this isn't just about straight-line speed. It's built to handle the twisties, too. Buell partnered with Roland Sand Design for the bespoke steel chassis, then loaded it with carbon fiber to keep the weight down. This collaboration is pure motorcycle magic. Roland Sands brings his custom bike expertise and artistic eye, while Buell contributes their innovative engineering approach. The result? A cruiser that weighs just 450 to 475 pounds. That's Sportbike territory. The power-to-weight ratio is completely unprecedented in the cruiser world and transforms how the bike performs in every aspect. Upside-down front forks, adjustable monoshock rear suspension, and 17-inch lightweight alloy wheels make this the sportiest American cruiser on the planet. Starting at $25,900, it's not cheap, but neither is adrenaline this pure. This is the future of American performance, a bike that honors the cruiser's tradition while completely reimagining what a cruiser can be. Number 6. The Royal Enfield Flying Flea C6. The 123-year-old motorcycle maker just shook the industry at EICMA 2024 with not just a new electric motorcycle, but an entire electric sub-brand. The Flying Flea name returns as Royal Enfield's electric division, focusing on light to middleweight urban electric motorcycles. The 2 launch models, the classically styled C6 and scrambler-styled S6, showcase Royal Enfield's vision for accessible electric mobility. The design is pure Royal Enfield DNA, featuring vintage-inspired elements like a girder front fork and classic saddle that pay homage to the original 1940s Flying Flea that was famously airdropped alongside paratroopers in World War II. While Royal Enfield is keeping most specs under wraps until the Q1 2026 release, we can see that this isn't trying to be a high-performance monster, and that's exactly what makes it brilliant. The compact battery case suggests a modest capacity of around 4 to 5 kilowatt-hours, while the electric motor, cleverly styled to look like a traditional crankcase, likely produces under 20 horsepower. Royal Enfield describes the Flying Flea as a city-plus motorcycle, perfect for urban commuting with occasional short highway jaunts. This strategic positioning avoids the pitfalls that have bankrupted other electric motorcycle manufacturers who chase unsustainable combinations of high performance and long range that drives prices through the roof. Instead of racing for the top, Royal Enfield is doing what they do best, building accessible motorcycles with genuine character and style. It's a refreshingly sensible approach to electrification that might just prove more successful than the power-hungry alternatives that have struggled to find a market. Now, the bike features clever design elements like bodywork that mimics a traditional fuel tank, while embracing the freedom electric architecture provides. With Royal Enfield sales approaching 1 million units annually, they're bringing electric motorcycles to the masses in a way no other manufacturer has managed. This bike represents more than just a new model. It's Royal Enfield's vision for how heritage brands can transition into the electric era without losing their soul. If anyone can make an electric motorcycle with authentic character and emotional appeal, it's Royal Enfield. Number 5. The Kawasaki Ninja 1100SX. The underrated Ninja is getting bigger and better. Homologation filings from Australia and Switzerland confirm a new Ninja 1100SX packing a liquid-cooled 1099cc inline-4 that's all about mid-range grunt. Let's dig into this power plant. We're talking a proper DOHC 16-valve engine with a 77 by 59mm bore and stroke and an 11.8 to 1 compression ratio. This configuration delivers an impressive 134 horsepower at 9,000 RPM and a meaty 83.2 pound-feet of torque at 7,600 RPM. Now that torque peak hitting 1,400 RPM lower than peak power means this bike pulls hard right where you need it to for real-world riding. Now this is a fascinating evolution of Kawasaki's sport touring flagship. Rather than chasing headline-grabbing peak power figures, Kawasaki's engineers have focused on making the power more accessible and useful in real-world riding scenarios. It's a mature approach that prioritizes rider experience over spec sheet bragging rights. The dimensions remain similar to the current Ninja 1000SX, maintaining the excellent ergonomic package that balances sportiness with all-day comfort. The riding position strikes that perfect middle ground, sporty enough to carve corners with precision, but upright enough to prevent back and wrist pain on longer rides. A bigger sprocket ratio of 2.8, up from 2.73, helps push top speed to 156 miles per hour while improving acceleration across the rev range. Now this gearing change is another example of thoughtful engineering. It effectively shortens all the gears slightly, making the bike more responsive without requiring any internal engine modifications. Now this is shaping up to be the ultimate sport touring weapon. Comfortable enough for all-day rides, but ready to carve canyons when the mood strikes. It's the motorcycle equivalent of a high-performance luxury sedan, capable of thrilling performance when pushed, but equally content eating miles in comfort. Now for riders who want one bike that truly does it all, the new Ninja 1100SX might be that perfect answer. Number 4. The updated Honda Rebel 1100. The most powerful cruiser under $10,000 is getting even better. Honda's Rebel 1100 receives a significant refresh with its 1083cc parallel twin now pumped up to 87 horsepower at 7,000 RPM, while delivering a solid 72 pound-feet of torque at just 4,750 RPM. This Africa Twin-derived engine isn't your typical cruiser power plant. It's a liquid-cooled 22.5-degree parallel twin with a 270-degree firing order that delivers V-twin feel with inline efficiency. With a 92mm bore and an 81.5mm stroke, plus a 10.1 to 1 compression ratio, this engine provides the perfect balance of low-end grunt and top-end power. The Unicam SOHC valve train with 4 valves per cylinder is a technological masterpiece, allowing for compact engine dimensions while maximizing airflow. The PGM-FI electronic fuel injection with a 46mm throttle body and throttle-by-wire system gives you precise control and perfect fueling in all conditions. This sophisticated setup allows for multiple riding modes that completely transform the bike's character at the push of a button. Both 6-speed manual and DCT automatic options continue, but there's a bombshell. A new automatic-only trim level is joining the lineup. This is Honda doubling down on their DCT technology, which has proven remarkably popular in their adventure bike lineup. The DCT isn't just an automatic transmission. It's a dual-clutch system that shifts faster than any human could while providing seamless power delivery. Expect this exclusive model to be loaded with touring features, potentially making it the most comfortable and take-advanced Rebel ever. We're likely to see integrated luggage systems, a more substantial windscreen, heated grips, and possibly even radar-based cruise control, features that would transform the Rebel from a stylish cruiser into a legitimate long-distance touring machine. We'll see the full reveal at EICMA this November, but this is already shaping up to be a value monster in the cruiser market. The Rebel 1100 has already changed expectations about what an affordable cruiser can be, and this updated version seems poised to raise the bar even higher. Number 3. The Ducati Panigale V2 Successor. The Super Quattro engine might be going away, but Ducati's twin-cylinder Sportbike legacy continues with an all-new V-twin. Ducati's head of product communications, Giulio Fabri, has exclusively confirmed that a completely new twin-cylinder Panigale is in the works for 2025. This is massive news for Ducati fans who feared the end of the V-twin Sportbike era. When Ducati announced the final edition of the Super Quattro engine, many thought it spelled doom for more than 3 decades of 90-degree V-twin Ducati Sportbikes. But Fabri made it crystal clear. It's not the V2 that's leaving the market, it's just that particular engine that's going. For sure, we will continue to see a Super Sport Panigale with a V2. Now, while Ducati is keeping most details under wraps, we can expect the new bike to maintain a similar displacement to the current 955cc model to stay eligible for Supersport racing regulations. Now, this strategic move makes perfect sense with a renewed market interest in the Supersport category. Just look at how Honda's CBR 600RR topped the middleweight sales charts earlier this year. The new Panigale V2 will likely incorporate styling cues and tech from Ducati's flagship V4 models. We could see elements of the newly announced V4 and V4S trickling down, possibly including updated electronics, chassis improvements for better feel, and enhanced rideability. Fabri emphasized the cultural significance of the V2 engine to Ducati's identity. The V2 engine is special. It's part of the culture of Ducati. This commitment to their heritage while pushing forward with new technology shows why Ducati remains at the forefront of sport bike innovation. This could be the perfect gateway into Ducati's sport bike lineup, a motorcycle that offers the brand's legendary style and character in a package that more riders can afford and enjoy. In many ways, this might become the most important model in Ducati's lineup, bringing the brand's special magic to a broader audience than ever before. Number 2. The MV Agusta Superveloce 1000. The spiritual successor to the iconic MV Agusta F4 is going mainstream. After teasing us with the limited edition Superveloce 100 Series Oro, just 500 units worldwide, Australian approval documents confirmed a mass production version for 2025. Now, this is huge news for motorcycle enthusiasts. MV Agusta's Superveloce is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful motorcycles ever created, but the limited edition models were priced beyond what most riders could afford. This production version brings that breathtaking design within reach of more enthusiasts while maintaining the essential character that makes it special. Powered by a 998cc inline-4 and weighing 456 pounds, this production model swaps the limited edition's exotic components for more practical alternatives. But don't worry, it's still an MV Agusta through and through. The 4-cylinder engine is a masterpiece of Italian engineering, with a unique firing order and valve timing that creates a distinctive sound and power delivery unlike any Japanese inline-4. The standard 9-spoke rims replace the forged wheels of the limited edition, saving considerable cost while only adding minimal weight. The plain black suede dual seats instead of single-seat configuration make it more practical for riders who occasionally want to share the experience with a passenger. And the standard quad-exit under-seat exhaust replacing the lightweight Akrapovic system still delivers that signature MV Agusta sound. It just does it with slightly more weight. What remains unchanged is the heart and soul of this motorcycle, that neo-retro design that somehow manages to look both vintage and futuristic simultaneously. The round headlight, bubble fairing, and sculpted tank create a silhouette that pays homage to the 1970s GP bikes, while details like the modern LED lighting and digital instrumentation firmly plant it into the 21st century. This is motorcycle design as art. Every angle, every curve, every element has been considered not just for function, but for emotional impact. The riding experience will still be pure MV Agusta, sharp, focused, and intense, but with slightly more compliance for road use compared to their track-oriented models. The electronics package will include all the expected modern safety systems, while allowing experienced riders to dial back the intervention when desired. Still impossibly beautiful, just slightly more attainable. This is MV Agusta recognizing that their creations deserve to be ridden, not just collected, and that by making their brands more accessible, they can secure the brand's future while introducing more riders to their unique vision of what a motorcycle can be. And number 1, the KTM 1390 Super Adventure. KTM is about to revolutionize adventure riding with their first ever automatic transmission motorcycle. The flagship adventure bike will be powered by a monstrous 1350cc 75-degree V-twin engine, pumping out an astonishing 173 horsepower at 9,500 RPM and 107 pound-feet of torque at 8,000 RPM. This isn't just any engine. With a 110mm bore and 71mm stroke, plus a 13:1 compression ratio, this power plant is designed for some serious performance. The liquid cooling system with water-oil heat exchanger ensures optimal operating temperatures in all conditions, while the twin-ignition KN EMS with ride-by-wire throttle delivers precise fueling and instantaneous response. But the real game-changer is the automated manual transmission, the AMT, a revolutionary system that allows for both manual and automatic shifting. This isn't just about convenience. It could potentially transform off-road capability by allowing riders to focus entirely on line, section, and balance rather than clutch and gear management in technical terrain. The engine features advanced camshaft technology with variable valve timing and lift, optimizing power delivery and efficiency across the entire rev range. Now, despite its massive performance, this technological marvel is Euro 5 Plus compliant with just 139.5 grams per kilometer of CO2 emissions, an impressive fuel consumption of 6.7 liters per 100 kilometers. KTM's engineering excellence even extends to maintenance. Valve clearance checks are only needed every 60,000 kilometers. The forced oil lubrication system with 3 oil pumps ensures reliable performance even under the most extreme conditions. This is what happens when KTM decides to rewrite the rules of adventure touring. The 1390 Super Adventure doesn't just push boundaries, it completely ignores them, creating an entirely new category of adventure motorcycle that combines raw performance with technological sophistication in a package designed to conquer any terrain on Earth. So, which of these two-wheeled monsters has your name on it? Drop a comment below and hit that subscribe button for more motorcycle insanity coming your way. This is Motorcycle Library. Ride safe, and we'll see you on the next one.